Sean Pollard was just telling us that you were kind of a spiritual mentor for him and a lot of the players on this team.
Yes,
What does it mean to you to kind of serve as that role?
It's big. I think that was kind of my vision for coming here. Just I grew up. My journey was kind of different because I had my injuries in high school. I didn't really get to go everywhere I wanted to go, but Coach Sweeney gave me a spot, and that was one of the things that I was excited about coming here because not every. I'm sure you guys from like the who see football, but not every program's like this. It's like their environment is really set up for you to become the best man you can be. And just from my personal experience, you can't become the best man you can be without like growing your spiritual foundation. So it's been cool just to be a part of the team. Like Coach Sweeney is very, not overwhelming, but very outright about his faith. I feel like that's how a man should be. And so I really think God's doing something really special on our team over the past couple years, like with the coaches. I think all of our coaches can stand on 2 feet and talk about their faith, which is very rare too. And so I think it's trickled down to the players from the top down. I think it's something cool is happening. Like we got a couple groups on the team. Guys deciding to follow Jesus, guys getting baptized. Like it's just awesome to see. It really is. I think it's super encouraging. Because for me, it was just I want to impact my world, this is my world right now, football and school. And so it's been really cool just for guys like that. Because me and Sean came in together, 2 young freshmen trying to figure it out. And our football journeys have been different, but I think everybody is figuring out this whole life thing. And so it's been cool. I didn't know he said that, so that's encouraging for me to hear that.
Can you walk us through, like Dabo was telling us a little bit of the process of how you actually become an ambassador. You said you had to apply and have letters to rec. Can you kind of walk us through what that process is?
Yeah, I think so. The inaugural year was kind of like my first year on the team. It was kind of like brand new thing. Anybody wants in, kind of jump in. And so we realized that probably can be the process going forward the entire time. And so now it's become more of a thing where just like to have a process to go forward. This thing lasts the next 25, 30 years, however long Coach Sweeney is still going to be here. And PAW Journey is still a thing. So it's the process, you get two letters of recommendation. You get a coach and somebody is football related. So your position coach, so somebody who sees you all the time, the ins and outs, and you get somebody who like works in football related staff. So that could be academic advisor, somebody who's just like in PAW Journey, or somebody who works in the building. It could be anybody who's seen you live a little bit. So you get 2 letters of recommendation, and then you pretty much tell why you want to be in the program. And it's cool. Like a lot of guys, like some guys want to start off on a good note. Like Sheridan Jones is one of the guys who came in just immediately want to get part of it. And some other guys, like I said, I think college is you figure out what you want to do. And some other guys kind of later on their journey, they kind of see a little bit, done a little bit, and be like, maybe I should get in on this thing because it's a lot of benefits in being a PAW Journey ambassador. So a couple guys who on their last home stretch want to do it this past time. So it's been cool to, like I said, different guys get in for different reasons. But I think it's all because they want to better themselves as a man.
Being a local guy from Anderson, is it kind of like a dream come true for you to not only be playing for Clemson on scholarship, but to be a part of this, unprecedented historic run that the program's been on?
Yes. Man, I joke about I really feel like I was born at the perfect time, perfect place. Because, I'm here, I'm 2 for 3 in national championships, with opportunity to maybe fill up the hand. And so we'll see. I think just my dad, this is a little fun. My dad ran track in the 80s. So, like, Clemson's kind of been in the blood. So he ran track in the 80s. My mom went to nursing school here. And so growing up, I actually went through, I wanted to get really far away from home. But just my journey, I was getting recruited, but end of my sophomore year, basketball season, I was a hooper, 6 feet too short, but so football looked way more promising. But I tore my left ACL in a basketball game, and was kind of still getting interest in offers, but then it was kind of like, minor setback, major comeback. But then 8 months later, the week before my junior season, I tore everything in my right knee. So in the span of 8 months, I was legit gimpy. I didn't know if I was going to be able to play football again. So the doctors told me. And so for me, it was like me and Coach Venables, he recruited my area. He recruited Ben Boulware, who was my fullback my freshman year, which was like the best fullback ever. So kind of like a big brother. He kept advocating for me and just saying, if you got a spot for Rench, let this dude come on the team. I was just fingers crossed. I didn't really know what was going to happen. I played my senior season. I told my dad, I was going to play. If I get hurt again, we'll hang it up. We'll do something else. We'll do something else in life. But if it works out, we'll see. So for me, played my senior season. Didn't talk to Coach Sweeney or Coach Venables. Was just if it's meant to be, we'll see if God has it in store. And so Coach Venables didn't even call me until after I graduated from high school. So put this in perspective. I was graduated, it was in May. He called me the week after I graduated high school and was like, hey, man, you good? I was like, I'm great. He called me, told me he had a spot for me. And so it was just it really has been a dream come true because I watched from afar. Like, I came to camp early on in high school when they were kind of recruiting me. And this was always a dream. And I thought I was good at the player, but at the same time, like just injuries and stuff just didn't work out. But then it's just redemption to be able to be on the team now, earn a scholarship, like you said, because it really is like, I think it's the best school, just coaching staff and just the environment, like I said, but also just for me, I'm local. Like I get to see my teachers in the stands, my parents come to every game, family. So it really is a dream come true.
Would being a leader and a role model come naturally to you?
That's a funny question. I actually just kind of had one of these debates. I don't think you hear like the term natural leader. I don't think that's a real thing. I think anybody who does anything that looks natural, I think they've either been groomed in a certain way or somebody's taught them something. So I think I've been blessed with like in this building, a lot of mentors, whether Coach Elliott, Coach Sweeney, Jeff Davis, Reggie Pleasant, people who just have shaped my mind, but also back home just through church, through my old high school football coaches. I feel like I've always been like a sponge. So I think I've just tried to take it all and apply it. I think that's the biggest thing. When you get wisdom, you should apply it. And I feel like I've tried to do my best job to apply it, and I think it's blessed me. And I pray I'm a blessing to others. And I think that's kind of what I want to say about my college journey with my teammates. Like I said, the whole Sean thing was just like, that was encouraging because that's like, at the end of the day, obviously everybody wants to ball. Like, and that's cool. But then, like, I look back at high school, I can't remember any of my stats. But then my teammates, how they feel about me is important. I feel like I still got good relationships with those guys. And I think 5 years down the road, I think this is what I want to be remembered for, is just how I treated people, what they remember about me. And, like, if I was a leader, if I was a good guy, when they hear my name, did they smile? Or that's kind of like, I don't want to talk to that dude ever again. So I think, I kind of went a different way with your question. But I would say I don't think it's natural. I think the leaders I've seen, they take things and apply them. I think that's what I try to do in my life.
What did you do for the NFL?
Man, dope opportunity, me and Kayvon. So, like, the internships are kind of funny because it's like you think you may have a chaperone or something. Like, we're legit. We got a plane ticket, 2 dudes. We got a little stipend check. And we're in New York, like, just hanging out. Like, the first night, it's like we get there, like, on a Saturday, and we don't have to work till Monday. And so we're just in New York, like, a nice hotel room, and we're just like, let's go explore the city. And so it was awesome, man. Like, it really was. Just the freedom of it, like just getting to go. That was my first time going to New York. I actually went on the PAW Journey Business Week, but I haven't been to New York besides just 2 times, well, Syracuse, but before then, like on an 8th grade field trip. So you know what I'm saying? So it was just a cool opportunity to get to travel. But we didn't really have a particular role. We just kind of oversaw everything, just kind of ins and outs. Got to meet some really cool people like Roger Goodell, Troy Vincent, who's a football legend, and just get to see like everything that goes on from football operations to you honestly don't know how much stuff goes into stuff like that behind the scenes, like how they make the calls. Like we got to sit in the video room and make some calls on like whether that was a flag or a penalty, like flag. We got them all wrong, and I was like, it's so hard to be a referee. Like it really is. We got all the calls wrong. So we got to do that, and then just you get to see like all like the legality parts of it, where it's just see how players get fined. Kind of hear some crazy stories about guys in the league. And so it was just a cool opportunity because I think that's aspirations for both of us, whether we end up like playing or just being a part of like football still. I think it was an awesome connection to make because it's like how many guys just get to walk in the NFL office like that. Like it was like ground level, it's like security, so you're not getting past unless you got a badge. So it's cool. We got to walk in every day, like flash a little badge, get to go up to like the whatever floor, and just to be like in the middle of New York City and feel like we were like the top of the world at the time. And also, it's cool. We got paid, so that was also good. A little summer money, so yeah, it was an awesome opportunity.
What was that moment like for you when you were put on scholarship? Did Coach Sweeney make a big announcement like he did with Rencher in front of the whole team?
Yeah, and so that whole journey is just because Renfro was a big inspiration for me, but also like big friend, big brother, because he kind of showed me the blueprint. Because sometimes you want it to happen way sooner than it's supposed to, but there's a lot that goes into it. Like other guys are working for the same thing I'm working for. Other guys have been here putting in the work. But I knew like I've always tried to add value to the team. I think that's been evident since I got here, whether that's me on the field or actually just like influencing, trying to PAW Journey, whatever, just trying to like add value to the team. And so like I was like, man, I thought it was gonna be that redshirt freshman year. Like I was just like, oh, fingers crossed. The Renfro was like, man, I think this might be a year. I remember being so bummed out initially. Like, I was like, oh, man, he didn't put me on. But then just keep in perspective because it's like I said, it's still a blessing for me to be here. So just honestly continue to work hard, continue to do the things that got me here, like work hard, be my details. Whenever I do get opportunity in the field or in practice or with Jimmy Green Beans or Coach V on scout team, make the most of it. And so it was like just, it was cool because some of the dream, like this would get you like the glamorous parts of like running down the hill, like playing, scoring a touchdown. But there's a lot of parts of the dream that you probably, God won't show you because if he showed them to you, you probably would never come. And so for me, just going through scout team, Coach V made me tough. And there were times like, man, this is not the Clemson dream where I'm like on the scout team getting beat up by big guys. But it was part of it. Like then there's times where just to be a scout team guy or just to not travel to all the games and maybe appreciate the whole like entirety of what was happening. So for me to get put on going to my redshirt sophomore year, it was just I was just overjoyed because like I mean it's a scholarship, but it just meant a lot to me, the like totality of the process for me, just coming from where I come from, being a local guy, tearing my ACLs and everything else, going to actually get to play again, to now like playing for a program like this, and so it just meant the world, and so it was just I think it was like like God giving me like a big hug because he knows everything, seen all the stuff I've done, and so I think it came at the perfect time. I remember calling my parents, made me cry, like I was bawling my eyes out. My parents were excited. All my friends who've seen me go through this journey, because I definitely could have went other places and it could have been a lot easier. But I just feel like if you're going to do it, let's do it. Like, come to Clemson. And the Lord's been super faithful. And I think that was the dream coming to fruition. The dream's still coming together, like just getting to play more and all that good stuff. But no, it really was it was awesome.
Do you have any other favorite memories as a PAW Journey ambassador?
Yeah, I got a lot, man. Trying to think, just New York trip was awesome. My favorite was probably like the first internship. It was me, Kelly Bryant, Marlon Rencher, Kenyon Tuttle, Chris Register, and the Davis twins. I think, am I missing anybody from that trip? That was honestly, so we were like, going to New York City is cool. We were like in California. Like I was like, never been out west. It's crazy. Now we actually went to the same place, like right down the street from where we played national championship. It was actually kind of like, I was like, all right, this is kind of a little foreshadowing. Went to Santa Clara for an internship with Adobe. And this is kind of funny. Like, we like put us in a nice hotel, and we were just kind of, we were out there for 2 weeks. So the last internship was a week, but we were out there for 2 weeks. We felt like Cali boys. Like we met a couple of dudes who went to like San Jose State, just like out there hanging. But it was awesome. That's probably one of my favorite memories. The business week was good too, because sometimes when you play ball, like you don't get to interact with everybody like you want to. So the business week was like a weird group of guys because it's like all guys are kind of friends but not really friends. And it was kind of one of those things we all just became like really good friends after like 1 week of spending time with each other. We had one guy threw up on the plane, which is hilarious. I'm not gonna disclose his name, but we're legit on the plane, and it's one of those small planes too. It's not like Delta. It's like we were flying a small plane from GSP to New York, and he throws up on the plane. Everybody's just like, we're sitting there for like an hour, and we're just all like dying laughing. And so that's probably one of my favorite memories, just going to New York, going first internship, because it was the inaugural one. So.
Do you have any job offers yet? Do you have any prospects?
I actually do, man. I got a vision in my head, and we're gonna play it out till the wheels fall off, and so we'll see how it happens. But yeah, just I think the cool part of like, it's not just gimmicky while we do internships. It's not just. Obviously, I think the companies get both, like get us to come in like national champions, and they come in and like honestly give them. It's cool to have us there, but at the same time, it's like the goal is legit to make opportunities. It isn't just to just be for show, but just give us opportunities. So some of the internships I went on, we got guys working for Adobe, we got guys working for Cisco, and then the NFL was like, when you guys are ready. Like so, I mean, it's just I think it's awesome. Like I've gotten a couple of job opportunities, even just other stuff like local businesses. I think it's just giving us exposure because, like, it's sad, but you see a lot of guys finish their time, like, here, or not necessarily here, but, like, in college football. And, like, if you don't go to the league, it's kind of like, did you use your time? And most programs, like, just don't set guys up for success. It's just kind of sad because it's like you on this high. Like, this is a peak of life. Like, I mean, I'm eating chef's food every day. Like, it's kind of like, I kind of get, like Monday, like, it kind of becomes normal to me. But then I think back, it's like, this is not normal. And to leave a place like this, it's awesome to get an opportunity and not just to have to go back home and figure it out. So.
You still keep in touch with Bower regularly, and have you seen
Yeah.
the beard?
Yeah. that's my dude. We've been friends since like my freshman year. Like, we actually were in a small group together. One of my main mentors, like a guy from church, a guy named Riley Cummins, who's loved both of us a lot. And so, been to the gym, been to the junkyard. I was there for like the original opening. I've been to a class, and he made it his point to kill me. I was with my girlfriend too. I was like, dude, like he was like, go harder. And if you know anything about Ben, like he's super intense. So I'm sitting there, it's like a Saturday morning, like we were all from Boston in the spring. He's like, you gotta come to a class. And he killed me. And so I was like, so yeah, I've seen him. We still stay in touch. We went to, we actually served together at the Gauntlet, little summer trip we take with our church. So he's still doing well. Don't worry, he's still super intense Ben. That's why people love him, because they like feel like he's like in there just like, this is a football game. He's in there intense, yelling at everybody, like people, wives, kids, old women, and they love it. They eat it up. And so he's doing well, man. I think it's like just to see a guy transition from ball, I think it's been encouraging, because he's opened up a new business, opened up a new location in Greenville. He's doing his thing, the junkyard. I think it was perfect for him.
So had Venables not reached out to you a week after you graduated, what was the plan? Like, were you still coming to Clemson, or were you going to go play somewhere else? Like,
this is but this is where my mind was. I told my dad and my mom, I was like, I had some offers to go play other places, but I was just like, it's either Clemson or I was going to just figure this life thing out. I was actually going to go into like seminary, like kind of crazy. Like I had it lined up, going to like a Bible school, figure it out, because I think that's like a passion of mine. I love seeing people figure out their faith. So I was like, I wanted to do it with football, but I was like, I guess we're going to start this whole thing. So I remember just honestly, like in my mind, I was like, I already got into Clemson, but I was like, I don't want to go to Clemson. Honestly, just be a student. I was like, I'm gonna go to Clemson. I want to play ball. Remember telling my mom, I was like, I'm not going to college. I'm gonna just go do this thing. And it was kind of like open arms, open-handed. But deep down, I knew, I was like, this is not how it's supposed to go. Like I was in my head, I'm like, this is not how it's supposed to work. And so during that time, I feel like sometimes before you get what you want, like God kind of tests your heart. And so I think for me, it was just. Like, was I going to be obedient even if I didn't get what I wanted? And it was just cool. During that time, I was very open-handed, frustrated, very frustrated. But at the time, when he called me, it was like perfect timing, which it always is. And it was like, all right, this going to work out. And so I think along the way, like you get like a couple of those affirmations where it's just like I'm not just this crazy guy thinking this. It's like this is a dream God gave me. And along the way, whether it's been scholarship, whether it's been winning Scout Team Player of the Week, you get these little moments where it's like, you know what, I'm right where I need to be. So.
Hey, on Boulder, were you surprised that he gave up football as quickly as he did? Just covered him here. It seemed like Canadian League, Arena League, whatever league, six-man football.
Yeah.
He's going to play until they tell him we don't have enough spot for you anymore. Instead, he had that one tryout or the training camp with the Panthers.
Exactly.
He didn't make it. That was it for him.
Yeah, I was. Even like just one of my really good friends, we've grown up together, Kendall Joseph, he's kind of made a quick transition too into like the sales world. I think there's like a part of you, like, it's just real. Like you don't want to not do anything, and if you do it, you want to do it to the furthest extent. So some guys like it's for them. They love ball a lot. I know they'll go play in the Canadian League, which is nothing wrong with it. They go play do arena football, and that's awesome. But the other perspective is like, if it's either the league or we ain't going. And I think that was kind of Ben's thing. It was like, man, if I didn't make it here, I'm not going to like spend the next 5-10 years chasing a dream that may not be fulfilled. And so his thing was like, I'm going to go do something. I'm going to make it great. I think that's the mentality he took. Because obviously, man, if you know Ben, like he loved ball more than anybody I know, and he wanted that was his dream. And he wanted to make it happen. And I would have bet my house, like after we win the national championship, that like Ben's going to play 10 plus years in the league. But it just people's journeys are different. It just didn't work out. I think his thing was like, I'm not going to sit at home and be wishful about my life. I'm going to make something happen. It's going to be great. I feel like that's what he did. I feel like that's like sometimes the better mentality is like some people, yeah, you maybe take a year off and you get opportunity, but I don't think he wanted to linger that dream. And so I'm not surprised because I know him and he wants to do something. And so he finally got his hands on the gym. Started off with legit 12 people in my high school until and he used to like kind of like get the weight room, and they like got one of the best gyms in the upstate. So